we knew it was bullshit when it was happening, kind of. At least my demographic of the people around me
Same.
knew it from the beginning, and I think we should give ourselves more credit for that. It was the folks that were older than us that really messed the whole thing up. So have a little light at the end of the tunnel, right? I mean, they've really done a number on what we've got. We could be in a boom right now. You know, we could be relying on the younger minds to drive policy and thought and stuff. But they did. It was a setback.
Like, pretty much that's a Ponzi scheme. Like, incentivize people to vote on it in the beginning. Those people got paid out by the baby boomers. The baby boomers are wanting it to stay around because they worked for 40 years paying into it.
Sure.
So then they really want it to happen, to keep,
and it's helped their parents
duties.
Also. We're at the point where they've seen the benefits be paid out to the previous generation also.
Basically, between the silent generation and baby boomers, like, that money is fucking vapor. That's gone. So we're running on fumes right now. And every generation since the silent generation has been smaller.
Yeah.
So there's fewer and fewer people able to pay into it to keep it going.
And more people are living longer also.
Yeah. And the baby boomers are the biggest population.
Yeah.
Out of anybody, and they're also the voting population.
And now it's kind of hitting a tipping point where they're fully all retired now and extracting.
Gen Z is even smaller than millennials.
And they're not having sex.
Alpha is even smaller than that. Huh?
And kids these days, they keep saying, aren't procreating as earlier in numbers.
We're not even in replacement territory.
Yeah. Which is a scary thing, really.
So that just means that our idea of having Social Security be paid out to us based on the generations after us is kind of not going to happen.
Which is fine unless you just, and this always is just to shit on every theory these days ever, but because our money isn't backed with any rare material any longer, there's no gold standard. We can still support people with printed money as long as it's going to the masses. It's going to stimulate and improve people's lives and welfare and well-being. Now I get it. Just print more money? That's not an option, right? But there are ways to incentivize people to generate more and therefore give it back.
So are they going to produce more on TikTok for us?
Hey, whatever works. If it's advertising and media money that's making the country run right now, and TikTok is eventually going to be an economy, an economic marker, then sure, wherever it's coming from. Competition is what would maintain sort of a price cap on goods. As long as you have people competing for people's business, I think.
So let's look at college degrees. So like a college back in the day, there wasn't as much student loans given by a government.
Yeah.
Today there's government student loans, and which leads to more people going into college, right?
Sure.
So when more people go to college and there is a money printer on the other side giving loans, the colleges jack up the prices. So all the colleges cost more than they did before.
And it's a model that's falling apart. I mean, if anybody's going to learn from that model, then it's, they got too greedy, and now people are discovering that they don't need to go to college. No matter what, tying a little bit of money to stuff is going to increase its quality, right? So for research grants and for like college football, and we need money to produce these products. Colleges produce product is my optimist outtake on it, because right now, the data shows, I haven't read it in a while, but the data shows that less people are going to college, and you ask young people and they feel like they don't really need a degree as much as we did when we were kids. It was life or death for us, remember?
Oh yeah. I mean, the cool thing is that when you think about how much you've gotten, like I probably have gotten more from going to college than from not going to college for sure. But I learned a lot of the skills that I had already before I went to college. Like I was interested in
How to
Photoshop.
learn things.
Yeah. I
You're
was interested in computers.
The foundation is the important part. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting the use, and yeah, I want to just be clear. I see the value, but it's hard to see the value at $100,000 a year.
Well, the value is still there, and it's exactly the same. It's just the money is worth less.
Yeah. So they need to dial it back. They need to stop being so greedy. And
well, they need to stop printing money.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Don't go nuts with it. Obviously, they don't need to ask for the money that they're print. The colleges don't need to be the ones asking for the money that they're printing.
No, but they're like part of the elite type of people who know the right shoulders to rub in order to get more money sent to them.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can't file bankruptcy on a student loan is predatory, in my opinion. It's the system masturbating itself with its own money.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So they dumb the population down and incentivize them with loans from the government printer. They take that money, they put it into the institutions that feed that money.
You don't even have it for a day.
Politicians.
Sometimes you don't even have it for a day. They take it and then you pay your tuition with it. And they just write back to them. They're like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
so glad you took out all that money.
It's like money laundering.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
You look at the administration costs of colleges and how many administrators versus how many teachers there are in the last 20, 25 years, let's just say. And the amount of growth in administration, America's built on growth. We have is just infinite growth is the philosophy.
Yeah. But not growth of the institution itself. That's where they lost sight, I think. There might just be less people.
Less people.
Yeah, for sure. And still people that need to have jobs that don't require a degree. There's still going to be that demand. That demand might even increase in a way for actual service jobs and things like that.
So we have to go looking for and enticing other countries to send their minds here.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. That's an interesting angle because we know that the universities at their core are a liberal organization, right? They're espousing liberal beliefs. It's not a hot take. It doesn't mean that I feel one way or another about it. And when they can come over, I want the more the merrier, in my opinion. I understand that there's a legal or an illegal way to come into this country. Children of immigrants, which you are and I am, have a higher likelihood of the want to go to college, and they end up going to college because their parents instill in them a little bit of a you're responsible for your own destiny kind of mentality. So I can see universities thinking another facet of immigration being in their favor.